It's green tea. It's green tea. Oh, thank you. Hey, this guy's paying up today from betting off screen. Hey, welcome to the Toolshed. We're super happy you stopped by. This one-of-a-kind Toolshed brought to you by Schedule Engine. If you haven't checked out Schedule Engine, you should check it out if you're a contractor and you want less headaches and book more calls.
That's a good recipe.
Right? There's not a lot to not like about that.
Hits all the
right.
Hits all the hits.
Today's episode is going to be fun. We're going to talk about mindset, and it's brought to you by our good friends over at Emerson, and so we're super excited about it. I think
it's a good morning to be in the tool shed.
It's going to be a good one. We like stopping by the tool shed, right?
Yeah.
Some of our friends are coming over.
We're luckiest guys in the trades. That's what I say. A big week, big episode this morning. Mindset. I kind of feel like this is your jam. We're gonna get into it, and you know, it's the platform that so many of the people that we admire and respect, this is the square that they own, and they crush it. So super excited to learn from Jerry this morning. Shout out to a couple of our friends. Jerry was just telling me, hey, Danny and the entire team at Airtron, we're hoping you're having a great morning.
Hey,
thanks
Airtron people.
Yeah.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Thanks for the hats. I totally appreciate that. And our other friends, Laura and Vince DiFilippo, Rich, the entire team down at DiFilippo Services. Again, good friends of the Toolshed. Great company that has done so much. Vince with his training and the NCI, and Laura that was past president of ACA, and just a total company that gets this, bring more to the table than you take thing, pay the industry forward. Just super lucky to have them, and we appreciate everything you're doing.
Yeah, really good people. They good understand people. Like when you have some success, you don't build a bigger fence, you build a bigger table.
Wow, look at that.
And that's what they've done. So good people.
Good people. And you know what? We get to, one of the fun things we get to do, the tool shed is the place you come to make every job just a little bit easier. You do that by bringing the right tool for the job, whether it's communication, whether it's mindset, or maybe, just maybe, it is a Milwaukee cordless radio Bluetooth speaker with built-in charger.
What?
Oh, that's right. It's giveaway time. I was a little excited by that. It's Milwaukee. Right now, there's like some people steering off the road because this is crazy tool shed time. I feel like I'm all of a sudden I've morphed into like monster truck week. Monday.
I would totally like put that up on my shoulder like a boom box and just walk around the airport.
I could see you doing that. Like,
I would.
Sir, please turn your radio down. Anyway, so listen, it's Milwaukee, so you know it's good. It's a cordless Bluetooth radio, so you can play whatever you want, a podcast, your favorite show, but also it doubles as a charger. So 3 ways to win. By now you should know them. Join the group, invite a friend to the Facebook group, or engage. So start a conversation, answer a question, collaborate with your friends in that group to elevate the trades, highlight the best, and be a good person. So lots of ways to engage, and we're just super happy to be able to provide people with actual real tools.
Not only that, we might have like a big giveaway at the end.
It's a secret.
That is the secret for season 2, but we're going to have a big giveaway at the end that you're going to want to.
We are only going to know about that, like, because we're going to do a last week big hurrah tool thing, but I think what you're talking about is the super secret decoder ring thing that you need to be in the Facebook group, because that's the only place you're going to hear about.
It's like double secret probation.
We shouldn't be talking about it.
We shouldn't be talking.
Can we fix this in post-production? No, we don't. We don't have those people. I don't know why. I've seen that. I saw that down on TV.
Hello.
Is there anybody out there? It's me, Jerry, and an iPhone in the middle of a shed somewhere.
That's really all it is.
No, there's an entire team making us have fun. So, all right, cool. Done the shout-outs. We've done the giveaway. Do you know what comes next?
Memes.
Nope.
Jess.
Jess.
Let's do Jess.
That's all right. You spend all your time researching ginseng. This is a lot to keep track of.
Ginseng.
Jerry's fueled by ginseng this morning. All right, let's check in. We have our friend Jess. If you don't remember, HVAC Jess on the socials. I follow her on Instagram. She shares her day. She shares her journey as an apprentice in the trades. Super good human. Very big friend of the Toolshed, taking time to share her apprentice message with us today. Roll the tape.
Hello, Toolshedders. I am HVAC Jess, bringing you the apprentice tip of the week. This week's apprentice tip is a little off the cuff, so take it with a grain of salt. But every once in a while, when I think it's appropriate, I will ask my suppliers for a discount. And when I get one, I look like a rock star to my boss because I've saved his company some money. But you have to be very careful with this, and if you want to give this a try yourself, I've got a few tips. Number 1 is always go in being respectful and never obnoxious. It never hurts to ask, but don't be obnoxious about it. Number 2 is always be really grateful for any discount that they offer you. Take whatever they give you with a smile. And third, always expect rejection. Expect them to say no, then you won't be disappointed when they do. Good luck out there.
I think she kind of gets it a little bit.
That's a good one.
It's something that you don't think apprentices to be thinking about, but what she's really talking about is think of the team. Anything you can do. There's lots of different ways to contribute, and a simple question, hey, like, is this the best price you can give me? And if it, and she's got the right mindset. We're talking about mindset this morning. She's coming from a position of gratitude. She's not expecting anything. And so, it never hurts to ask. And
hey, you have to ask. I love teaching about that. Like, you have to ask for things. I do this with rental cars.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say, hey, just out of kindness of your heart, if you want to upgrade me, that'd be super cool. Sometimes they'll say, well, which car do you want to drive, Mr. Rollins? And so it works. Sometimes it doesn't, and I don't expect them to do it. But if you don't ask, you never get upgraded to the
super go faster. Yeah. It's like the great philosopher.
Tesla is what I was thinking about, but super go fast too. Yeah.
It's like the great philosopher Michael Scott says, quoting the great Wayne Gretzky, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." That's what you're here at the Toolshed for.
Wow. Yeah.
I didn't get any jinxing this morning. It's fine. All right. So be humble, be grateful. And follow Jess. She's taking the time out of her day to send these to us each week. Great human. And I find myself, even though it's an apprentice tip, I find myself coming away with some great reminders. Now it's time for memes.
I see you over there taking notes every time.
Every time
she's on the screen, he's taking notes.
I was like, think of your team, be humble, build relationships, gratitude. It's like, that's all good reminders.
Yeah.
Jerry and I say we learn a lot from people. Like, we're not talking about like going up some mountain to some guru and like seeking wisdom.
The Dalai Lama.
Yeah, right. Like we're learning. A learning mind finds lessons, right? So that's a position we're in, and
just
Jess,
curious. I just love being curious about what people do and what people know, and like you can learn something from just about everybody. And
sometimes it's what not to do, but you can learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's learn from the Book of Memes, Chapter 2, Verse 8. All right. I don't know. Okay, I think I got it. I think I covered the. This is Eddie Does Plumbing 3.0. When in doubt, spackle or caulk, both. If one's good, two's better, right?
More is always better.
Well, you'd think so, right?
Not
I don't know if that counts in plumbing. Yeah. That's awful. Let's go to the next one. Speaking of plumbing, fixed it. Fixed it.
Like I nailed that sucker. I'm going to take a picture of it just to show people what good work I do.
They wanted me to run at the supply house to pick up some stuff. They don't know my elbow game. Elbow game strong. It looks like an amusement ride.
Hey, y'all, watch this.
Hey, I bet you've never seen this before. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't know why I didn't pass inspection. All right, next one. Whee! All right,
wow.
I'll bet you the $1 I just gave that you can't trace that.
Wow, Rob Farland, a plumber in Rhode Island, just fell out of his chair.
That back. Remember when copper used to be cheap? When in doubt, add more bends. Try and impress people. And people often ask, when you come up with these, where do you come up with them? And I tell them, I used to be in the field, and most people don't believe me, but I actually have a picture of my last day in the field. Let's show that next one. Ace the interview. That's a turtle.
That's you, man. That's awesome.
Yay! No, that's me just proving I have skills.
Yeah.
This is great for you. This is my apprentice tip for the interview. If they ask you any questions, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Definitely don't do that. Hey, man, listen. If you can't have fun, what can you do, right?
The turtle game.
Turtle game strong.
Good one.
Yeah, that's. This is what I love because everyone thinks of those like construction like silverback gorillas, and then meanwhile they're off doing TikTok dances, waving to kids in children's hospital.
They have so much fun on the job site with each other. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Makes for a long day otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk safety because that guy looked like he hasn't seen the safety officer in a while. Let's keep everybody safe today. As our good friend reefer guy would say, work safe, be good humans. One of the more interesting conversations I had with Dwayne Stauffer, he's the safety and risk manager, a good friend of ours. And I remember talking to him about the right tool for the job, and it sort of works both ways. Sometimes, get the trolley to move the water heater out of the basement. You know what I mean? Get a second person. And sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's not using a power tool when an ordinary tool should do. One of the things he shared about me was the number of times people get injuries from like not having the right tool, or they're using too powerful a tool and it gets caught. I'm thinking of the drills, and maybe you're on a ladder and you're kind of off, and the number of people that get hurt, like their wrists get twisted, their shoulders can get dislocated. And so one of the best practices is to really, we talk about to get ready, right? Mm-hmm. As you're getting ready, as you're looking at your call, as you're looking at your day, whether it's a project or a single call, think through what you have and be organized and make sure if you don't have it, you can go there. Maybe you can get a runner if you need to swing by somewhere to pick up the right tool for the job. But don't just bosh it. Hacks hack. Professionals have a plan. They follow a system. We talk a lot about the huddle. The huddle is all about communication. But when you get out in the game, you got to run the play. But you got to run the play in a way that no one gets hurt.
That's really good advice. I saw a technician just tear his back all up because he used something about this size when he needed something this size.
Right.
Just that simple.
Listen, I talk a lot about, when I was in the field, I was Rami. I hadn't learned these lessons. And so, Rami people aren't always the safest to be around. You're manhandling that and you don't understand leverage and you don't understand the right tool. The number of times where I've struggled with things only to go get the right tool, come back and be done in like 10 minutes. It's stupid. So if you can, always think through your plan. Try and get the right tool for the job. Make sure it's not going to hurt you and you're going to stay safe because at the end of the day, everybody here at the Toolshed wants you to go home to your family and in one piece and be safe because we're in it for a long time. That's how we make our money. So work safe, be good humans, and be safe to be around. That's it. That's
good stuff.
Yeah.
So let's talk about mindset.
Yeah, this one I'm excited because I know, Jerry, you've done a lot of work on this. We talk about it's a bit of a journey. We've all been on a journey, and
it is. And so what we talk about a lot is like nobody's coming to help your career.
Right on.
Nobody's coming to save us. Like you have to help your own self. And so, my kind of platform is success is an inside job. And like success is inside of you. And nobody else is going to drag that out of you. And sometimes success is just inside the company. Right. So if you're worried about what all the competitors are doing in your market, you should probably look inside. And stop looking out the window. Right. And so, there's some setbacks in life.
Yeah,
and you're going to have some setbacks in life, and you got to learn how to deal with those setbacks. And I follow Les Brown. He's a motivational speaker, super funny. Tells a great story about being scared of a dog when he was a kid.
Oh yeah.
He walked home every day, and and this big bulldog would like come out and start barking at him.
Yeah.
So he would go like around a whole block, so he wouldn't have to walk past that dog. And just a really, really funny story. And finally he says one day, you know, after years of doing this, walking home from school, he just worked up the courage that he was going to face that. So he picked up a big rock, you know, just in case it didn't work out. And he went right past that yard where that dog was, and the dog came out and started barking at him and had no teeth. Absolutely had no teeth. And so the story was like,
boy, if that's not a metaphor.
Sometimes your fear, there's really no teeth to it.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
And so Les Brown says, hey, everybody, 100% of the people, they're either in a problem, coming out of a problem, or going into a problem.
Let's park that right there, because I think that's so powerful, because it's easy to look at people on your team or whatever, and you think, oh, it's easy for you, you've got this, and people that have these mindsets where they've done a little work, and listen, no one's 100% perfect, but the people that have these mindsets where they're choosing to be positive, they're choosing to, like, from the outside, because success is an inside job, from the outside it's like, well, yeah, sure, if I had your life.
It looks easy. You know, John Gordon, you should follow John Gordon, wrote 20 books. The Energy Bus is fantastic.
Yeah, that's your
The
favorite.
Carpenter's really good. He's spoken to the Clemson football team for the last
Hashtag
10
Clemson.
years. And so, hey, you know, I follow John Gordon, and John Gordon, he's a positivity coach. Like, that's his whole platform is positivity. And he says he's really not a positive person. He had to train himself to be that way. And so you have to do the same thing, because, like, we all go through these setbacks in life.
Yeah.
And we, you know, you've lost your job, you've lost a loved one, you've had some health issues, all these kind of things that
didn't get the promotion,
didn't get the job, somebody else got it.
Somebody else got the trainer job. I wanted that.
Yeah,
right?
And so you get upset with it, and like, you got to learn how to deal with those setbacks, because that's just life. And you know,
champions,
and listen, Facebook and things like that.
Yeah.
Don't buy into that. That's not
the whole story.
That's not the whole story. I took a really cool selfie last night next to a tractor trailer that looks like a huge crowd. It looks like I'm in front of about 10,000 people. But if you back up and turn around, it's a picture of me standing next to a tractor trailer.
Right on. I think one of the things that I resonate with is you know, champions lose games. They just don't let it.
That's right.
They learn how to deal with it. Like, everything isn't going to go your way, and every day we're forced to make choices, and not making a choice is making a choice. We talk about that all the time, and so what you're saying is, whether it's these people you follow, people on your team, people you've worked with, is it's not that some people don't have like, listen, both you and I, we've had career setbacks, we've had family setbacks, but what we've learned from our friends is that sometimes you just need to make an intentional choice.
You do.
To be positive that day.
And that's what John Gordon did. He said, he started walking and started praying and started having some meditation times, and really became a positive person. And listen, Eddie and I are the most qualified people to bring you this type of information on the Toolshed, because I've failed so many times in my life. I've destroyed some things in my life that I can't fix.
And I haven't. And so
And so,
of course we have. We've blown up more rockets than we've launched.
That's how it works. And what do you say, the guy who invented?
So listen, the guy that invented the ship, he also invented the shipwreck, right? Like, every coin has two sides, and nothing's gonna go. I'm reminded of another great philosopher, Stephen Tyler, who says, if I hadn't tasted the sour, I would not appreciate the sweet. You're welcome.
That's a good one.
It's true, though, right? Listen, perspective and being able to have gratitude. But I love what you were saying, and there's all kinds of other examples that in the business world, we look at people, Steve Jobs. Everyone's always talking about, like, Steve Jobs, Apple. But he had some stuff, right?
He got fired from his own company, right? And listen, it's never too late to change. Don't think that, like, hey, I'm 50 years old and I'm not going to learn how to communicate. Like, I'm doing pretty good being a plumber, right? It's never too late to change. Colonel Sanders from KFC started that business when he was 66 years old.
So you're saying there's still time for me?
There's still time for me. I
got a few years.
Right? And so listen, hey, here's a good thing I learned, and it's a good, like, idea to wrap your head around a little bit, and it's all about drop it, leave it, and let it go.
All right, give me that again.
So it's drop it, leave it, and let it go. So you had a setback, and say you thought you should get promoted, and somebody else got the job. Like you got to.
You can be bitter about it,
you can be bitter about it, or you can get better about it.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
But first you got to drop it.
Yeah.
You got to drop it.
That's a choice, right?
Yeah, that's a choice. Now you can drag that around with you for a long time and not maybe get something else that could have opened up for you.
That's right.
Right, but you got to drop it. And here's the problem. Lots of times we drop it and leave it is the second one. We go back and pick it up again.
Yeah, we're reminded of something. It's like, well, yeah, but last time you did. And we start to build like a little pity party out of all of our perceived,
So I'm going to drop it. I'm going to leave it over there. Oh, you're going to bring that up again. I'm going to start.
Well, let me go get my suitcase of woes.
So first you got to drop it. And then you got to leave it. Right. You got to just leave it. Don't pick it up again. Right. Don't drag that with you. Hey, life is short, man.
It is.
Life is super short.
We don't know how short.
I know. Yeah. And then you got to drop it, you got to leave it, and then you just got to let it go, man.
Yeah, and that's where the freedom is, right?
That's where the freedom is, because like it's all right there on the other side of fear, right?
Right. So here's the deal, and I want to make sure we're clear about this. Like, we get it. There's some people that have had some absolutely crappy things happen, and we're not saying ignore them. We're not saying pretend it didn't happen. By all means, for your own mental health of your family, get help. Whether it's spiritual, whether it's with a counselor, whatever. But we are saying don't allow that day to cast a shadow over all your days. And we've been around some people that are really good at letting it go. And the power, I think, when you talk about letting it go, we talk a lot here at the Shed, we talk a lot personally about not having our families or loved ones have emotional leftovers. Because there's an energy to that. And I know there's some people get addicted to that. That's their story, and they don't know who they are outside of their story, and so letting that go, that's why it's so hard for people.
I think some people are kind of addicted to drama.
Yeah,
they need some drama going on in their life, so they but like, hey, if you'll practice that drop it, leave it, and let it go, it'll help you. And hey, get a coach.
Oh, yeah,
get a coach, man.
Preach.
Hey, all of our friends that are coming over here and they've had success, we'll say.
Yep.
They all got coaches. The best athletes, the best golfers in the world. They got personal coaches.
And here's the thing: we were talking about this a while back. I enjoy Formula One. Right now, Lewis Hamilton, I forget, it's either 7 or 8 world champions, super winning guy, young Formula One. There's 5 to 12 Gs. His coach is a middle-aged lady that can't drive a car faster than him, but he's humble enough to understand that with an open learning mind, you can find a coach. And here's the secret to coaches that I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Sometimes the other person doesn't know that they're your coach. Sometimes just being around people, you can learn stuff. And I have lots of coaches in my life who they don't know they're my coach.
Yeah, that's the whole turtle.
We're not talking about like sign up, for a guru here. We're talking about people. We say often, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. If you want to be smarter, hang out with smart people. If you want to be, funnier, hang out with 5 funny people. If you want to be, wealthier, it's an immutable universal law that you become the average of
That's
the 5.
a fact. That is a fact.
And you and I were talking because I think some of the time, letting things go, there's some we can hear this message and we're like, yeah, and we can work on ourselves and we let stuff go. But then we're in these environments or we're in these relationships, and sometimes they're not always the healthiest, and they bring us right back to that space.
Yeah. So sometimes, you need to make a to-do list.
Yep.
Right. If you have a morning routine, a to-do list. I love lists.
Yep.
And a to-do list is good. You know what's really good? A not to-do list. And sometimes, you got to cut some people out of your life. Like, you literally just have to say, I'm going to love this person, but I'm going to love them from a distance.
Right on.
Because every time I talk to them, I go back and pick up that problem I had.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So
it's real. And I think Listen, we're not saying don't
go out and get divorced today.
Yeah,
because we said that.
It's probably not the problem. Join us next week when our guest will be divorce attorney. No, that's not it. But what we're talking about is understand, do the work on yourself.
Yeah.
We've talked about all the stuff there. But when you find yourself, and you got to be self-aware, and this is what most coachable people have, there's the humility. They find themselves and they're self-aware, and they're like, man, I'm right back to, we talked about it a few weeks ago. I'm right back to reacting instead of responding. That's a good sign that maybe this relationship isn't the healthiest. And by the way, you could be one of those people that helps the other person up, but if it's not working, it's time to maybe just see them a little less.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Well,
thank you.
Let's talk about the journey, and like why do we go on this journey, and why do we climb the mountain, and like we talked about how you did that beautiful artwork where there's plateaus on the journey, and
so what we found with with setbacks and goal setting and trying to achieve more in your career and looking into the future, like you can't live out of the past. You got to live out of the future, and what we found out was like lots of folks, and me included, and probably you too, is like that success track doesn't always go like up the stairs.
Yeah,
sometimes it's one step up and two steps
and right
back.
into back and back again.
Yeah, like sometimes you're like, man, I'm back to doing that, and I thought I'd let that go. And so don't stop the journey. Like I can tell you that HVAC Jess, like she's just got to stay on track. Like it's hard being an apprentice, but it's worth it. And what's really, really hard sometimes turns out to be the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And so you and it's not like achieving that level of success. It's what you become trying to achieve that level of success. And like it's not climbing the mountain, it's what you have to become to be able to climb that mountain.
That is so good. I think it's
and it's all right here.
Yeah.
It's all right here.
And again, what I love about all this stuff is because remember from season 1 we talked about all the things outside our control. This is all stuff we can do on ourselves. And guess what? It's amazing. The mind that is working on becoming better, all of a sudden, and this is pure Harry Potter level magic, but all of a sudden, guess what? Your calls get better.
They do.
Your customers get better.
Your wife.
Oh my God! Yeah, all of a sudden, and it's because it's an inside job, and because you're doing the work on yourself, you magically end up as all these things are connected because the work you've done on yourself and the relationships are healthier, the calls are better, you're communicating better. Sure, you start to make more money, and it's about the journey, not the destination. We're not doing this to achieve any mythical sort of area or destination, but it's about being a good human and being a healthy individual to be around for your career, for your team, and especially for the loved ones that have to see us so much.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about this a couple of shows, and so I'm really excited about it. It's good stuff.
I'm excited about tomorrow's.
If you have a tough day today, whatever your job might be, if you have a tough day today, don't bring that home.
Yeah.
Don't bring it home. You got to drop it. You got to leave it there, and got to let it go because really they just want you to come home and be the family person.
That's it, man.
Right.
That's it.
Good stuff.
Tons to talk about. Give it to me one more time. Drop it.
Leave it. And let it go.
Let it go. Impact point of the day. What are you going to let go? Be 10 pounds lighter. I think that'll be a great thing to meditate on as you think through. Let us know. Feel free to DM us, but it's a great one. So again, thank you so much for being in a conversation. I know this isn't the typical sort of, here's how you fix an air conditioner or water heater or roof. I get it, but this is what we're here for. We really appreciate you doing the work, being along on the journey. We're so grateful you're here. We're so grateful to our friends at Schedule Engine. Check out them. Check out their website, their blogs. They've got all kinds of useful stuff. And of course, to the great team at Emerson. We're so glad that they support this mission to help elevate the trades and bring tons of people in and make their job a little easier. We're very, very, very grateful.
Aren't we? I'm thankful for you.
Yeah, I'm thankful for
You're
you
on
too,
my
bud.
list this morning. Hey, have a great day today. Be good, do good. We love you. We care about you. Go home safe. Be a good human.
Cheers. Peace.
See ya.